Now, as usual, ladies and gentlemen, we all know that harsh conditions requires harsh mechanisms to counter the conditions. Now, as of today being on 27th of the month of June, the year 2025, on 25th, which is about 2 days ago, the Gen Z demonstrations proved beyond reasonable doubt that they could have they could have overturned the government of the Republic of Kenya. The demonstrations of the June 25th sent a clear message to President William Ruto and the whole of the Kenya Kwanza administration at large. As Gen Z made it to the gates of the State House to express their frustrations in the ruling of President William Ruto's government, it was a clear indication that the people had lost trust in their king, and that was President William Ruto. Now, President William Ruto, realizing this, from Mombasa State Lodge, where he spent the night of the 25th of June, called an immediate meeting with the Security Council of the Republic of Kenya. And they had to now develop mechanisms that would counter the Gen Z demonstrations of the 25th of June, that would overturn the narrative of what actually happened on the 25th of June. Now, to counter the message that the Gen Z passed that day, the state deployed different mechanisms to deal with the events of the said day. First was the speech that was delivered the following day by the Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen on 26th of June, where Murkomen, speaking at the office of the Minister of the Ministry of Interior Security, termed the Gen Z demonstrations of the 25th of June as a failed attempted coup, where he applauded the police for a job well done in containing the coup that he claimed was sponsored by opposition leaders. Now, he even went ahead to offer full support to the police in dealing with the demonstrators, where at least as we speak as of today, 19 people died from the Gen Z demonstrations of the 25th of June, which was just a normal day, a memorial day to commemorate 1 year since the first Gen Z uprising of the 25th of June, the year 2024, where they occupied the parliament buildings. Kipchumba Murkomen, apart even from terming the Gen Z demonstrations of the 25th of June as an attempted coup and a terrorist attempt funded by who he believes were the opposition, the following day, which was on 27th of June, he went ahead to deploy another tactic to scare away the Gen Zs and to scare away the people who were thinking of even ever mobilizing demonstrations in the country again, where he gave the police the authority to shoot and kill anybody that tries to invade any government premises in the Republic of Kenya, which is something that has currently caught the attention of the whole country at large, and not only the country, but also the international communities, as hashtag Arrest Murkomen takes the lead. On the other hand, apart from the theatrics deployed by Kipchumba Murkomen, President William Ruto, as secretary, made a strategic military change that strategically secures his presidency ahead of the year 2027 general election. I tell you, Ruto is a man known to cling to something, to the head of it, even if he knows that he has lost the will of the people to lead them. He still believes that there are ways that he can threaten the people so that he can lead them. And as we speak today, a change of guard happened as new appointments and promotions were made in military, more so in the Kenya Defence Forces. President William Ruto made new round of appointment and promotions in the Kenya Defence Forces, the KDF, in changes affecting all service branches. According to a notice by the the Minister of Defence on Friday, the move was made following a recommendation of the Defence Council chaired by Defence Cabinet Secretary Roslinda Swipani Tuya as part of ongoing effort to strengthen the leadership structure of the military. In the key changes, Major General David Kipkemboi Keter was promoted to the rank of Lieutenant General and appointed commander of the Kenya Army. He now takes over from Lieutenant General David Kimaiyo Chemwainwa Taras, who was redeployed to the National Defence University, Kenya, NDUK, as Vice Chancellor. Until his promotion, Lieutenant Keter was the Assistant Chief of Defence Forces in charge of personnel and logistics. In the Kenya Air Force, Major General Bernard Waliaula, who previously served as the Director of Defence National Security Industries, was appointed commander to replace Major General Fatuma Gaiti Ahmed, who exited the service after 42 years. On the other hand, Brigadier Joel Muriungi Ntwarimi has been promoted to Major General and appointed Commandant of the Kenya Military Academy, while Brigadier Joyce Chelagat CTNA, who was previously the Director of the International Peace Support Center, has been promoted to Major General and named Deputy Vice Chancellor Center for Strategic and Security Studies at the National Defence University, Kenya. Now, that is a clear indication of the certain strategic moves that President William Ruto is making. I mean, the man, let's speak strategically as people that understand politics and how when a man wants to control a country and make it live under his rule as a dictator does. President William Ruto, having control over the military and appointing people into the military that he believes they will follow orders that comes from him, is something that makes us doubt on the possibility of President William Ruto handing over power in the year 2027, even if he is voted out. Now, different people or different Kenyans and political analysts have had different opinions in regards to the matter. But one that caught my eye is the one from none other than blogger and ex-influencer Maverick Aoko. Listen to what Aoko had to say. Ruto ameweka Mkale Commander Kenya Army. We have one option. Go the Rwanda way. Hiyo kiti atoki bila vurugu. Alafu bibi mdogo ndiye CS Defense Kiawa. Now, when you look at the strategies being deployed, you all heard the president speak. Well, he was speaking today and he said something that caught the attention of the whole nation at large. You all have been saying that Ruto must go. But let me ask, where do you want me to go? And how should I leave a post that you people elected me to serve you as your president? Yet constitutionally, there are ways that you are supposed to remove me from office. One, the impeachment way. The second one, through the ballot box. You haven't brought an impeachment motion, and nor have you, and nor has the time for the elections of the year 2027 reached. So tell me why you are singing Ruto must go this early. And where do you want me to go? Now, that is a man that, he displays a lot of confidence in his statement, yet a clear message was sent to him on the 26th of June. The young men and women of the Republic of Kenya demonstrated and flocked the State House Road to the State House gates. It was a clear message. Mr. President, not that we can't reach you. We can. But we don't want to, because we love this country more than you can imagine. Because, I mean, invading the State House, that means it is officially a coup. And that means the president has been overthrown. So, people who are of sober mind and who love the Republic of Kenya can't want this country to go that way. So, the better option is to send signals to the president and alert him that we are capable of it, but we are not going to do it. We will wait until when the time comes for us to vote you out. But now, what you shouldn't do is mess around with the ballot papers or the ballot box come the year 2027. Because if you do, we've shown you that we could do it. And so, what stops them? Now, that is where the president now comes in to do countermeasures. And the countermeasures is in putting generals from the defense, in the Kenya Defense Forces that he himself, the President of the Republic of Kenya, trusts and believes that they all will serve under his command and will all serve his interest as the chief, as the commander-in-chief of all armed forces of the Republic of Kenya. That's what's up. Leave a message on what you think about this on the comment section. See you in our next video. This is the Kenyan Daily Report.